All right, it is time. It is time. It is June 13th. Markets closed. Was watching this earlier, saying we might confirm a range here. We do have this weird looking, just to kind of get this out there, we do have a weird looking potential setup here overnight. So I'm going to be looking for this. We did break below the range, above the range. Let's see. Let's go here and at least on the 1,000 tick chart, see what we're looking like here on range rotations and swings, right? There's the swing. Look at how beautiful that is. We took it, the swing out, and then now we're coming back down. Now, what I like to see, bullish into a trading range, rotate below the range, slingshot above, right? Bullish into a trading range, rotated above, rotated below, slingshot up. This very weird. We moved more overnight last night than we moved intraday today, right? This was last night, right here, all the way up. So we moved. We had a wider area overnight than we even had intraday. So looks like we're having an inside bar. So I'm going to be watching this, but I am also going to be watching potentially now that we have this here, maybe get a failed pullback. But I am going to be looking for these trap areas down in this range, ultimately looking to buy somewhere down here. It's going to take a while. It is overnight, so it's going to kind of, things are going to change here. Could rally higher, could go lower, but we do have a range above here, bullish into a trading range, rotate below the range, and maybe slingshot. Very, very tough. But let's go over on the daily. I'm going to put the daily time frame up here just to kind of go over my overall bias and my overall sentiment. This is our previous, right? Here's our range. Let's make sure this is even. Looks like it's getting a little crooked there. There we go. All right, so that's even there. Nice rally up. Ticked, pretty much ticked to the swing objective. I think we went one or two. Where do we go? We were less than 10 points above the swing objective. Maybe 15, 20 points above, right? But on the daily, that's not bad. This candle looks like trash, right? Candle looks like trash here on the daily. We're going to be closing. It's 454. We're going to be closing. It's going to be forming a doji at the top. Very, very interesting. So with that being said, I've had this up here for a potential pullback. So measured move target is up here, right? Bullish into a trading range. We rotated below the range, and then the leg up. This is the leg up. Could do this leg here. Let's just see, out of curiosity, where that brings us for a measured move. That brings us here for a measured move. So I'm going to put that on the chart. I have two potential measured move targets. We did take out the swing objective for the swing target. So now I'm going to be looking at this measured move here. Let's bring it down a little bit. Right there. So I have two measured move targets. I got my swing targets, and there we go. That's the measured move there. And that's the measured move there. All right. So it's going to be very interesting moving forward. Are we going to get a pullback like we had on this pullback? So if I go ahead and let's see, is that the same? Yep. This is going to be an equidistant pullback, right? This pullback here will go here, and that'll potentially retest this level here. So we held here previously. Are we going to come back and retest this? Only time will tell, but that's what I'm looking at now. Are we going to retest that area? So on the daily time frame, I'm looking for this zone to buy, right? I can't buy up here. It's getting a little crazy. We are high up on the channel, on the hourly channel, but the daily channel looks like looks like we're doing okay here on the daily time frame. Yeah, daily looks pretty good so far. I never wanna say that this is gonna be the high here and we have to go off of it. I'm just using the most recent high, which is right here, right? The most recent high that on the channel. And we are not at the top of the channel yet. We are here. So with that being said, are we gonna start working on a pullback like this? We do have contract rollover, right? Are we gonna start doing this type of action? That would bring us below the range. I don't really see that happening yet, but this is going to be a key area for buyers. Buyers came in here, and then we broke up. So this is going to be a key area because this is the previous breakout that started the leg up, right? Started the leg up. So are we going to be pulling all the way back here yet? I'm not sure, but that's why I have it charted over here. This leg down is an equidistant from the measured move from our previous pullback. But let's go ahead and just take this out of curiosity. They're a little bit smaller. So are we going to get a leg down like this? Maybe, right? So we're gonna see. I have it here just charted just in case we start legging down. Are we going to have a range type of day tomorrow? Who knows? But let's see how far we would get on these moves. So if we use the legs here, right? These legs, they're just measured moves. See? Measure leg down, pull back, measured move down, pull back, measured move down. Right? Are we going to get a pullback back into this range? This range, it would bring us down to like the midline. We did break the range and came down to the midline and held, and then we moved up. So a lot to take into perspective here, but I'm just trying to keep my mindset in check on the daily time frame. So right now, daily is bullish. Still bullish. Don't time a top type of action. Gonna have to, the EMA is all the way down here. We got a lot of catching up to do to get to that EMA. So now that I'm looking at the daily, I'm gonna start charting something here for the future. I'm going to do daily. I'm going to snip this. I'm going to put it in here. Trade plan daily. I'm going to say new all-time high with a swing objective reached. Closing the day as a doji after catalysts, CPI/FOMC. Are we going to get an equidistant pullback going into contract rollover? There are still two measured move targets above that have to be reached, but overall a big objective has been reached for the buyers. Don't time a top. And don't time a top, right? Don't time a top. Buyers are grinding higher. Buy the dip market. All right, so that's going to be our daily time frame right there. Let's go ahead and pull up our 60-minute. I have the 60-minute as a 30-minute because I was kind of looking at it as a TPO type of setup. Where did it go? There's a 30-minute. Here's our 30-minute. Objective reached, as you can see. That's the objective. I have the measured moves up here. So we had a pullback here. Which is about the same as these pullbacks. All right, that's what I was looking at. But we're gonna need a bigger pullback. So what do? We came down, we're hovering above the moving average here. Let's see, I have this on the daily. Let's go ahead and chart a new structure on the hourly. Hourly is very bullish. We have a trading range above here. We rallied up, trading range rally. Are we going to be coming back down to this trading range somewhere inside here? We shall see. But for now, I'm going to chart a little bit of an overshoot here, and we ranged, right? So for now, really not looking like much. I would like to see a deep pullback on the hourly time frame, right? We had a pullback. We came back up here. I would like to see a deep pullback, and by deep pullback I mean we go from the high here down, and then a little bit more than this. So I'm going to look for a pullback to buy somewhere around here. So I'm going to look to buy somewhere around here. Potential buy area I'm going to be looking at here. This zone is looking like a nice little buy zone. And that's going to be a potential buy area, and it's going to be a measured move pullback. Anything below is a deep pullback. So I'm going to be looking to buy there. It's kind of hard to buy up here. So 450-ish, 444, 450, 460, 19,500 was a key area today that held. Very, very tough. Right? It's going to be tough to trade this. But this was a nice long flag and then up. So this trading between the 6th of June 6th till, that was brutal. But anyways, let's hope we can get a nice little pullback to buy down here. It's a nice little buy area. If anything below here would be a nice little trap. This is, I believe, the CPI candle on June 12th. So I would like, we do have an imbalance gap here. The CPI imbalance, right? I would like that CPI imbalance to get filled. Maybe we can fill that and go higher. But we do have a CPI imbalance gap. CPI imbalance gap. So here we are. I'm just pretty much looking for a pullback entry to buy. Looks like we do have some measured moves that have been reached. You know, we came up here, measured move here. Are we going to get, you know, pullback, measured move, kind of? Are we going to get it here? I think we need to get another pullback to get our measured move. That would get us to 19,732 or 37 or 19, what is it? 19,737. We'll see. But I would like to get a equidistant pullback, potentially to buy somewhere below here. So I'm looking to buy somewhere down here. So now we got my hourly time frame. I'm going to post this, and I am going to put hourly. We are hourly. We are neutral. We are bullish / neutral. Price is very high. New all-time high. Price is very high with the potential to new structure formed on the hourly and charted, looking for an equidistant pullback or potentially a little further, which would indicate a deep pullback into a buying area, which is above or slightly above the CPI imbalance gap. Potentially look for the entire imbalance gap to fill, which would be right around the channel structure and the CPI gap high slash midline slash low. All right. All I'm doing is posting in here. So that's going to be my hourly that I'm looking at. And this is without anything overnight, right? This is without having anything overnight. So 5 minute, I'm going to be looking at the 5 minute, 15 minute. I am very, very intrigued by this 5 minute chart because we have ourselves a potential we have a bunch of gaps down here. I'm going to take them off for now. But this is what we have. We have a potential, not confirmed yet, but it's a potential broadening wedge. They love having these on rollovers. Midline, this is where they're looking, the middle, this is where they're looking to either, and this is what I see here on the rollover periods. This is an area where people are covering, selling, let's say, the June and buying the September, or buying the June and selling the September. As you can see, we come down, we come back up, we come up, and then we bounce here, so we go. So I'm looking at this, and I'm not saying that this is going to be the spot, but I am very intrigued by this. This is the potential range magnet for the rollover broadening wedge. So this is something I'm going to be watching here on the 5 minute, but so far 5 minute is bullish. We have pullbacks. So 5 minute, I'm going to be watching for that range. Anything below here is going to be a nice buy area. So we have yet to break down further. This is going to be our CPI imbalance gap. So we have our CPI imbalance gap. So same as before, I'm potentially looking for the CPI imbalance gap to fill, get some sort of a, since we do have a structure here, where is our structure? See, it's a lot better to chart the structures on the tick charts. They're a lot cleaner. So we might get something around here, right? It might be somewhere around here. I'm going to be looking at that. Not the cleanest, right? But this is a deep pullback. This was a nice buy today here at 12 o'clock, 12:50. I wish I had this up. Didn't have this up. For some reason, it didn't save on my previous chart. So now I have this here. This is why I'm making the video, in case I need to go back and review, and I'm going to be posting it in the Discord just so I can go ahead and review it throughout the day. But yeah, so we have a potential buy area here at the top of the structure, which is charted here on the 30-minute and the hourly, right? This is the 30-minute and hourly. It's going to look about the same, right? It's going to be a nice buy area down here. But so far, hourly is bullish / neutral. 5 minute we're just going to have this here, sitting here, broadening wedge. This is what I'm watching on the 5 minute. I'm looking at the 5 minute broadening wedge. We're going to copy this and we're going to post it in the Discord. Broadening wedge, we're looking at the CPI imbalance gap and broadening wedge. 5 minute is grinding higher bullish slash neutral. Don't time a top. There's the potential for a rollover broadening wedge that will result in bigger swings high and bigger swings low. If we swing lower, look for buyers on the hourly potential buy area, which would be a measured move slash or deeper pullback below the measured move at channel structure and near the CPI imbalance gap. Try not to buy high because we are grinding. Wait for pullbacks. It's a pullback market. Look for the range inside the potential broadening wedge to be a magnet. All right. So we got that in there. Here we go. We got our 5 minute. Let's look at our 4,000 tick. 4,000 tick. We have a very, 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 very wide tick. We have a very wide channel here that I would like to tighten up, although it is playing out nicely. It's playing out nicely, but I do want to tighten this up, right? For some reason, looking at it is giving me, I'm not going to say some frustrations, but I would like to tighten it up. So we're going to tighten it up here. Let's check these lows first, then our highs, right? Lows and highs. Let's connect these highs. Then our lows. Let's connect these highs. Then our lows. All right, so we have a potential range here that we have on the 5 minute. We also have it here on the 4,000 tick that we can see nicely. So there's the range we're going to be looking at. Potential range here that we were forming earlier today. Going to be a potential range here. We'll clean this up in a moment. Is this lower, right? Is this a lower range? We're going to have this wider for now on the 4,000 tick just in case. Right there. We're going to have it right here. No, I like this. Right there. Midline looks good. This range here today, 85. 85 was a pain in the ass today. So 85 was a pain in the ass today. Once we started here, kind of confirm the range. So we have, this is a range breakout, but it's bearish, broke below, couldn't do it, came back up into the range. Let's go ahead and chart this range and have it a little bit nicer. It's the range all the way up here. Is that the range? Midline, don't like it. I like it a little bit tighter. I'm looking at this as the range right here. Midline bouncing off, holding the bottoms. So I'm looking at that as the range, right? So we have a strong move down, another move, pull back. Is this a trap area, right? Am I looking at this as a trap area, right? Am I going to look for this as a trap in this area above here? Are these trapped buyers? Are they trapped buyers? Or is this just a first entry, second entry, right? Did we get an equidistant pullback? Did we get an equidistant pullback? That would bring us all the way down here. But if we go off of the leg here, which is the actual pullback, we got just about an equidistant pullback. Then we moved higher. So I'm going to keep this here. And if it is a range break, we are looking for a range measured move target if we pull back. Now, if we pull back, I'm going to take this off. So bear's objective is going to be to take out this. Bear's objective is going to be to break this range, right? Bear's objective to break the range. Let's go ahead and zoom a little higher here, because we are grinding. We are grinding. So I'm going to be looking to buy pullbacks below these swings. So pretty much it. So I'm going to leave this here. Range, I'm just going to put potential trap. Buy pullbacks below the swings, trapping bears at channel structures. And I'm just going to put some arrows. It's going to look a little crazy, but this is right. So that's what we're going to be doing, and we're going to connect these highs. We might go a little higher overnight. We'll have to see, but we're going to adjust. But right now I'm looking to buy at these swings. And my cat's meowing. All right, that's pretty much it right there. We are still looking for deeper pullbacks. We are, but you know, intraday, I don't mind buying, but range. This is a range. Ranges are magnets. So remember, ranges are magnets. That's pretty much it. So this is going to be a little messier as we zoom in. It's definitely messy. Bullish into a trading range. Break above, came down here. So is this leg up here going to be this? I do like that. Let's go ahead and look at this leg up being an equidistant leg to this leg here. So I'm looking at a target somewhere about 730 for a measured move. It's going to be a measured move target. So we are looking for this range here to hold, actually. Now that we look at this, I'm not looking for a potential trap here. I'm looking at a buy pullbacks, and we're going to look for this range to hold. Look for the range to hold and measured move target. This is going to be our measured move target right here. Ranges are magnets, measured move target. That's what I'm looking at for tomorrow and coming days. move. Measured move target. Could be a little higher. Could be this entire move, but I'm going to go off of this CPI, not the CPI leg. The overnight leg, right? That overnight leg, I am looking for that. That overnight leg to... So I am going to be looking for this measured move target, and that's going to be around the 17, or the 19,734 level. So we're going to snip this, and I am going to post this. $60-minute. Established two ranges after bullish moves higher. We had an equidistant pullback into a range and continued higher. Sellers are looking to trap in late bulls, but market is bullish. Don't time a top. Look for the range that was established today to hold, and then a measured move objective. Remember, ranges are magnets, and since price is grinding higher, we need to buy pullbacks at channel structure / support areas where sellers are trapped. All right, that's it. That's going to be my, and this is just what I'm doing here. I have all of this posted here. Trade plan, my bullish daily plan, 5-minute grinding higher, 60-minute, right? Did I post it? Oh, I don't know why I put 60-minute. It's supposed to be 4,000 tick. 4,000 tick. This is going to be 4,000 tick execution. All right, there we go. 4,000 tick execution. So this is just what I put my notes in. Trade plan bullish on the daily. New all-time high with a swing objective reached. I'm just saying we reached the swing objective. We have measured moves looking for equidistant pullbacks or deep pullback to try to buy. We held the range, moved higher. So, you know, the next target on the daily is going to be that measured move. Then I look down here on the hourly. We are bullish, looking for a deep pullback into the buy area. We have the CPI imbalance gap, which is going to coincide here. We have the CPI imbalance gap here. We also have this range that was established that might be a potential broadening wedge. I just have this here because rollover likes broadening wedges. Here on our 4,000 tick, this is going to be bear's objective to take out this range and continue lower, which would establish an area down here, bring us down into the CPI gap, and then look for buyers there. But overall, right now, we have a leg higher off of the overnight move, two pullbacks, looking to move higher, right? First, second entry, we're going higher. So let's see. Measured move target on the 4,000 tick is up there. We know bear's objective is to break this range. We are looking at the range as a magnet, so potential pullback to the range. And we're looking to buy anywhere on channel structure and support areas. This would be a potential support area here for the continuation higher for that measured move target. If those break, we're looking at failures to bring us down into this range, and then we're going to play range-based strategies from there. But that's what I have so far. That's what I'm trading, and I'm turning it off for the night. I'm going to post the data later. I'm not going to look at the market. I'm going to go mow my lawn, and I'm going to go jump in the pool. You guys have a good one. Later.